Friendly down. Specialist achieved.
Woo, baby!
Welcome back, peeps. Thank you for tuning in the Band of Bros channel. In today's video, we're going to be going over a new rising in fame gun called the FAL or the FAL in Call of Duty Modern Warfare after the 1.23 patch notes. I will be going over that huge buff that they made to this gun and over a few different setups that you guys can try out for yourselves. I've been grinding this gun since the buff and it is definitely insane. You can wreck people from close range, you can wreck people from medium range, and you can even get those one-shot, one kills, which are pretty amazing. If you do enjoy this kind of content, please like and subscribe and turn that notification bell on. It deeply helps me out a lot. And without further ado, let's jump right into this video. So starting off, let's go over the huge buff that they made to this gun. What is everybody talking about this gun? Why is everybody using it? So they basically added a new close range damage shelf with a one-hit headshot potential. What does this exactly mean? This means that there was certain meters where you could get those one-shot, one kills. Before you couldn't. Now what they did is they added this extra shelf, which is I believe around 17 meters. And if you add, you know, the monolithic suppressor and the extended barrel, it could be around 20 to 25 meters where if you get him in the head, you will kill him. I mean, instantly, one shot headshot. And then if you're talking about Warzone, you can even get him between 2 to 3 shots to the head and they will be completely annihilated. So this is definitely really, really important. Even when you're getting in those close quarter combat engagements, if you land that one shot in the head, he is done immediately. And I mean, this gun, if you do have pretty good trigger finger, you can fire this gun insanely fast. So let's jump in the class setup that I was using. All right, so I do have one of this the blueprints, which is the refractor, which was the one that I was using. No, sorry, which is one that they give you for reaching 155. But let's jump in, and I modified a little bit, play around a little bit. I don't have all of the attachments yet, but I do have it pretty high up, so I can tell you guys what is my favorite class so far. So for the barrel, this is kind of like my quick close quarter engagement gun. I don't usually use this for long engagements. You can get some medium kills, but it's more for those close quarter combat engagements. For the barrel, I'm going to have the last one, which is going to be the 13-inch, which is going to give us that aim down sight speed and movement speed. Next up, we're going to have the GI Mini Reflex. I honestly think running a sight on this one is really, really important. Iron sights, sometimes you can get used to the iron sights of weapons, but when you have one shot, when you have semi-auto rifles, I do believe precision is going to be a lot more important, so you having that optic is going to help you out a lot. Next up for the stock, we're going to have the last one, which is going to be the aiming stability. I've tried this one and this one, but I just feel that you do need a little bit more control with this weapon. Maybe if you're a little bit more advanced and you can control the recoil, then you would switch to this one, the close quarter stock, which gives you that aim down sight speed. But at the beginning, it is fairly hard to control that recoil, especially for medium range and if you're just blasting that finger. Next up, we got the underbarrel. We're going to have the Ranger foregrip, which is going to give us that improved vertical recoil, especially because this gun does a lot of vertical, it has a lot of vertical recoil, and for improved long range combat. Again, the other attachments were for close quarter, but even though sometimes you might get into medium range fights, so that's why I throw the Ranger foregrip in here. And then next up, we're going to have another one to make it even faster, which is going to be the stippled grip take, giving us more aim down sight speed and even better sprint to fire speed. All right, this is my main to go class. This is the one I will be using in the gameplay that I'm about to show you guys. But if you want to pump this up a little bit, you maybe use it for Warzone or a little bit more longer range gunfights, I would suggest you throw in the XRK Marksman, which is going to give us that damage range, bullet velocity, and recoil control. This is the one that's going to give us more meters for that one-shot kill potential. And then for the muzzle, I don't have it unlocked yet, but then you would use the monolithic suppressor. For the optic, I honestly feel the GI Mini Reflex is going to be the best one for this one. It is really, really clean. If you want, you can go ahead with a hybrid, but I just suggest you sticking with that GI Mini Reflex. And then with the stock, I would stick with this one. I wouldn't use an aim down sight speed because you are pulling more towards the long range combat, so I would stick with this one. Again, this is talking about if you want your gun to shoot a little bit further or if you want it to use in Warzone. And then for this one, I would leave it here in the aim down sight speed. I would leave this one just because you don't want it to be so slow. And for the underbarrel, try to use the Ranger foregrip as well. Maybe switch it up between the Ranger foregrip and Commando foregrip. Just test them out and then see which one works for you. But that is my main class setup. I also use it in conjunction when I'm using multiplayer. I do not use kill streaks. What I use is the specialist bonus, which instead of kill streaks gives you perks, and then once you get 7 kills you get all the perks in the game and some perks in your gun. This is really useful for this specific gun, because when you're having such a powerful gun and then you have all the perks in the game and you have most of the perks in your gun, it just becomes crazy. I mean, you reload fast, you aim down sight fast, you move fast, everything's fast and everything's OP. You will definitely be destroying people if you have the specialist bonus if you're playing multiplayer. And then next up, I've got the Claymore and the Stim. I just feel this Stim has been a classic in Call of Duty since they released it, and a lot of people have been using this one. So thank you everybody for tuning in. I deeply appreciate it. Again, I'm going to be showing you some gameplay using the FAL in both shipment and shoot house, and again, close quarter maps, just so you guys can see how amazing this gun is. Again, I appreciate you guys tuning in. Peace out. And I'll see you all in the next one.
Cuidado, there's people shady down. One way junkyard, muerto. ¿Ves a alguien más, terror? Otro. Verga, te metí un vergazo.
Putísimo, madre. Oh, I see something.
Allied UAV overhead. Enemy at the shanty tower. Specialist achieved.
¡Oh, baby!
Oh, man.
Keep hitting them. We have this.
Pero ya no tengo ammo de nada.
We have 2 objectives.
Ahí tiene
Take
caja
the
de
serve.
municiones, puto.
Y ya tengo mi cajita de municiones.
Enemy at the shanty tower.
Bro, I am fucking these guys up. Bro, you guys suck, bro. You guys suck, bro. You guys suck.
42-12.
Look at them. Look at those idiots coming and get me. Güey, ve esa madre, güey. Ve ese pinche trigger finger. Güey, tengo que sacar esta madre de burst. Hoy saco la FAL Class, no creo, yo creo, ¿no? Yo necesito grindearla, güey. Esta güey, necesito grindearla.
¿Quieres sacar que todo al nivel 100 o qué?
Pinche chacal, güey.
No,
ya estoy
que-
sacando la...
No nivel 100, sino.
¿Qué pedo con un Warzone?
Ahorita jugamos yo hasta lo muerto. Pero tengo que jugar con escudos, güey.
Güey, obviamente, güey, sé jugar, cabrón. Haga ayer, güey.
I don't know about that, bro.
Güey, ¿con quién juegan?
¿Yo?
Sí, güey.
Con tu papá. Y vine.
A la verga, güey. ¿A qué sabe, güey?
Sabe rica, güey.
¡Atrás!
Güey, estos son unos gastos de mierda, güey. Voy a tirar fireballs.
Güey, yo estoy tratando de conseguir fire kills, güey, a lo pendejo. No, estoy disparando sin apuntar, güey, y hasta eso sí estoy consiguiendo kills, güey. No mames, me la están pelando con fire, güey.
Enemy UAV.
Verga, güey, es que aparece y me muero, güey. Literal, güey.
Güey, está cabrón, güey, jugar puro fire aquí, güey. No mames, me los estoy descagando a todos, güey. Güey, ve cuántos kills llevo. Sin apuntar una puta vez.
Wait, I mean, shut the fuck up, bitch.
Güey, es que te metes al centro, güey, y pasan por todos lados. Nada más vas volteando y disparándolo, güey. Shut the fuck up. Solo apunto cuando es necesario. ¡No mames! Güey, estoy loco, Kiwi, estoy loco, estoy loco. ¡Está loca! ¡Bien! ¡Mi verga en tu boca, perro!
Enemy precision airstrike. Take cover.
Shit, where the fuck's that precision airstrike coming from?
Enemy in sight.
¡Ah, shit, nigga!
Ya tengo bastantes specialist. Güey, a mí neta ya me mama specialist.
Güey, está bien duro.
Es que, güey, aparte con una clase como la FAL, güey, y después cuando tienes todos los perks, güey, apunta rápido, te recarga rápido y todo, está muy opineta.
Enemy in
Es que, güey, te digo que te ayuda mucho tus 1v1s, güey. Porque, güey,
Sí, claro, güey.
literalmente
Porque
tienes
es
una...
como con la Carbine, que mejora...
Sí, güey. Es que, güey, todo, te da todos los perks, güey, y de tus armas también, güey. O sea, güey, tienes imagínate, güey, FMJ, güey, moverte rápido, güey.
Güey, nunca había jugado tan divertido sin apuntar, güey, a Chile, cabrón. Güey, te lo juro, está bien loco, güey, no apuntar, güey. Me los estoy descargando, güey, el killfeed, güey. Güey, solo disparo así, piqueo, se mueren varios, güey. ¡Oh! Se la pegué ese vato, güey. No mames, güey, qué pedo, güey. O son muy malos estos vatos, güey, o neta soy una puta verga
A mí
con
me
que
están
paga.
vergueando, güey.
Estoy descargando a todos, güey, a todos, güey.
Güey, aparezco como mono, güey. Aparece atrás de mí siempre, güey.
Enemy in the container.
Ah, güey, acabo de aparecer de Brul. Eso no se vale, eso no se vale. Eso no se vale. Pues por favor vean el kill feed. Van a ver mi nombre muchas veces seguidas, güey. Me estoy volviendo loco.
Ya escuchamos, güey.
Gracias, Trevor. Y esa la cagué, güey. Si no me chingaba tres.
¡No! Tenía tantos putos. Un puto kill streak, güey. Estaba como a 10 del nuke, güey.
Enemy in
Verga, güey.
How? Like, when did he even spawn there?
Enemy
Güey,
in
me le estoy intentando hacer lo mismo y no me está funcionando.
Es que ahorita te digo que attachments tienes que poner, güey.
Pero qué arma tienes, güey.
La Galil, güey. Pero, güey, me estoy pasando de verga, Kiwi.
¿Cuál es la Galil, güey? ¿La que estoy usando yo?
La nueva. O sea, güey, siento que me los bajo más rápido con una puta shotgun, güey. Güey, está súper divertido jugar así, la neta. Güey, hasta los de la FAL les estoy ganando. Porque, güey, el que no apuntes, neta te los bajas en verguiza, güey.
cargo containers.
Me caga, neta, que siempre que apunta al otro lado sale eso, güey.
¡Me atoré, me atoré!
How did he slide for half of it?
Güey, si esto sale el
Enemy VTOL in the
play of the
AO.
game, güey, voy a salir yo, pero si no, nada más va a salir.
Es neta, nada más el único puto imbécil que me mata es a mí, güey.
Enemy UAV overhead.
Suele pasar, Kiwi.
Ay, no mames.
¿Cómo no lo maté ahí, güey?
Cada pasado que...
Wait, we need to destroy that Vito. Disparen a ese puto Vito, disparen a ese puto Vito.
Güey. No puedo, Kiwi. Necesito seguir sacando kills. Ve cuántas llevo, güey. Nunca había sacado tantas a la verga. Güey, parezco hacker a la verga. ¿Qué? ¿Cuántas kills saqué, papá?
You're not. On your feet, soldier.
Güey, a mí me putearon, güey.
No me digas que no, güey. Era yo, güey, caminando en medio de shipment, disparando sin parar, matando, güey. Güey, ese pedo, 70